Sorry, guys, my phone's a little messed up today, but little news on the NBA front. The lottery has a little bit of a change this time. Starting in 2019, there will no longer be, well, the lottery is just adapted a little bit, I should say. Starting in 2019, the three top worst teams have the same chance of getting a top pick. They all have the same percentage of getting the top pick. So no longer will it be like the days of old from 1985 up until now. So they get a 14% chance. The three top teams will get a 14% chance to land the top pick. I don't know how much I feel I like this because I kind of like that the NBA was different from every other place, that every other sport. I mean, because yeah, you weren't the worst team and you had the chance of not getting the top pick. I feel like it's better now. They say tanking has brought this on, and I think that's a load of crap. Honestly, I think teams have done this for so long, you have to really build through the draft. You know what I mean? So in essence, you have to build through the draft to really build your team up. And for them to kind of change this, to have teams perpetually be in the top isn't always going to guarantee you being a great team. Look at the Browns, look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, for instance, the Clippers. Well, that is why they put the lottery into effect, because it gives you that chance to not land in that top pick, and you have to you have to use your scouting. You have to use all that stuff. You have to use your personnel and everything like that. And for a team to perpetually be in the top all the time and landing all the top picks, like in basketball, it's not like in football, it's a lot different. You can get later picks, you can really build up your team. In basketball, you get in the top 10 or, top 10 basically is you're going to get all that talent in the NBA. If you're in the middle to the end, there's been some guys, but it's a rarity that you do find a superstar later in the draft, but it's always going to be at the top. So if you're going to have a team that's going to perpetually stink and have that 14% chance and be locked in at that top three, I don't think that's fair. Talk about a super team instead of guys leaving in free agency. They're all just going to be on one team. You have chemistry and being in the right system and all that other stuff, but I feel like this is going to really hurt the product of the NBA by doing this. It takes effect in 2019. Now you think about the Sixers, is that really going to screw us because we have the Kings pick? If the Lakers pick doesn't convey, then we get the Kings pick. If it's because it's, protected in the top five, but we would be guaranteed that pick. Apparently, with the new rules, though, we have a better chance of landing it. I read. I really don't know too much about it. I really haven't read or looked into it. I kind of just found out like everybody else. So I really want to read and see because Adrian Wojnarowski came out with the information. So I want to see how our chances are bettered by landing that pick in 2019. I just think it's funny that that this happened because Cleveland potentially could get another superstar if another transcendent player comes out. But yeah, some news in the NBA. The lottery is no more. Thoughts, feelings, and concerns, if anybody has any. You guys leave them in the comments section. How do you feel about this? Were you happy with the old ways of having the lottery and having X amount of chances or percentages of landing that top pick? I still think it's better the way of the old. I'm just old school that way. I feel like it didn't need a change. I guess the NBA is just trying to mix stuff up. It is a positionless sport now, but by trying to make worse teams better by doing this, that's essentially what they're trying to do. But we'll see if it works. I don't know. They all got together and thought it was a good decision to change it up. I don't know if they think it's the Sixers' fault, what Sam Hinkie did, but he really stirred some stuff up with the governors of basketball because it changed. And if they're going to say and blame it on us because of that, I mean, we didn't have the worst record every year. I mean, yeah, we tried to lose to get the top pick, but that's what you got to do. We weren't guaranteed the top pick. Now you're saying with this new system, you're basically guaranteed to be at least in the top three. You have a 14% chance. when it was the other way around with our old system, yeah, we were able to get in the top three, but you weren't guaranteed that pick. Now everybody having the same amount, I think it's going to